violence in Moscow earlier this week as the home of Konstantin Brayko, reported to be the head of one of the most powerful organized crime families in Moscow, was attacked by rival gang members.
Among the dead was Brayko himself, who was found by authorities in the ballroom of his mansion, which he converted in 2007 to resemble a 1980s-era disco.
Police spokesmen assure us that they are following all leads, but a source within the hospital stated on condition of anonymity that, quote, the man had enough cocaine in him to make a baleen whale see Jesus.
I guess he never heard of Just Say No. In fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty. Models dressed in Goulet's latest designs would stroll to the end of the runway, where they were actually drenched in real pig blood.
Well, many did find it outrageous, some less so. Fans of the designer called it a, quote, new and breathtaking twist in fashion, while critics called it, quote, gaudy, overblown, and completely gross. And various animal rights groups picketed the show, claiming it was, quote, disrespectful to the suffering of fellow creatures.
In response to these protests, Goulet labeled the protesters as stupid dumbfaces who needed to get the F over themselves, end quote.
Breaking news from Moscow this morning. Last night, the United States Embassy was the victim of a terrorist attack. According to eyewitnesses speaking exclusively to INN, the attackers were well armed and struck with military precision. Thus far, no group has stepped forward to take credit for the attack.
Russian FSB spokesmen have not released many details of the incident, but have assured the press that they are cooperating closely with American agents on the scene. The death toll is believed to be somewhere near 50, although a final tally will not be possible. Technology news. A string of hacker attacks have recently struck the U.S. Department of Defense. The attacks have been described as internet terrorism, repeated attempts to break into the department's systems in order to steal or corrupt valuable data. Government investigators have alleged that most of these hacking attempts have originated in mainland China, although the Chinese government has denied any connection to the...
We've always known that kids enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides to this link? A recent study by scientists of the American Medical Association has linked the consumption of sugar to hyperactivity and inattentiveness in kids, especially when combined with an...
Getting situated?
Nice place. I kind of hope this operation lasts a while. I could get used to this. Alright, what do we got?
From the information Shahid gave us, it's not clear what the link is between Halbech and Al-Samad in Rome. But it does list the local Al-Samad cell leader, a Jibril al-Bara. But...
You know, you have this really cute way of broadcasting trouble with your tone.
It's part of my charm.
What's the problem?
There's a CIA listening post here in Rome, and it's pretty well staffed. They're definitely running a search on you. Huh. And Al-Samad, it looks like.
What's their chance of tracking us down?
I don't know. You could try to stay below the radar, but that doesn't really seem to be your strong suit.
Any chance of keeping an eye on them, or bugging the system, tapping into their network?
It's possible. but you'd need to slip in there without being detected.
So we'll have to be extra covert when carrying out this covert op, which will make finding the Al-Samad cell even harder.
There may be another way to get information we need on Al-Samad and Halbeck. It looks like there's an NSA Echelon listening post in Rome. You might be able to access that and use their database to do our hunting for us. It looks like it's in a gelato shop.
You've got to be kidding me.
Stranger things have happened.
So those are my options? Disarm the listening post, tap into the NSA computer, or make a straight run for Al-Bara? What about Halbeck? What's their tie here?
There's nothing about it in Shahid's records. So I did a check of Halbeck employees and ex-employees in Rome. One recent arrival came to the top that I think is worth looking into. Conrad Marburg.
What do you have on him?
Not much. He seems to avoid the spotlight. He's not showing up on many sites or search results.
Alright, so what's Marburg's tie to Halbeck?
He doesn't have one, at least as of a year ago. He was actually chief of security, but then apparently transferred to working as a contractor for the Veteran Combat Initiative.
That's the same organization that Z works for.
Oh, joy.
She may know something that could help us.
Unless you need advice on implants, I wouldn't bother.
Alright, you got a picture of Marburg?
Sending it to your screen now. His dossier doesn't have much on him, and some of the early details seem sketchy to me. Mike, what's wrong?
Something tells me Marburg's our real problem. But let's figure out the Al-Samad connection first. They're a little more knee-jerk than Halbeck.
Do you think Shahid will help?
I'm certain, especially if Halbeck's involved. I'll contact him, see what I can find out about Al-Bara.
More mob violence in Moscow earlier this week, as the home of Konstantin Brayko reported to be the head of one of the most popular...
How many gay cheetahs gave their lives for this jacket? There's a note from Parker here. The agency made me give this to you. What a guy. Seems pretty quiet.
It is a listening post. The CIA's upstairs, and they probably have a guard in the lobby, so keep an eye out.
Will do. Going to take a quick look around. Cable's cut.
Huh? What do you mean static? Alright, I'll check downstairs. Probably blew another fuse. What am I, the fucking electrician? Need a flashlight.
Run by a dummy console on the second floor. If you can find it, you can loop the feed and sneak past.
Accessing the database and downloading the software.
All right. Receiving. We're good.
Listening in on the listening post. Gotta love this job. control room's locked from the inside.
No other entrances I can see. Looks like the only way to get it to open is to get them to open it.
I'll think of something. Looks like an air conditioning duct. Too small to fit through, but...
Mike, they're calling in reinforcements.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Where'd he go? There's someone there.
just giving them a scare. Little something I learned in third period science.
What the hell?
Fuck this shit!
I've just detected a source within the VCI branch office doing a search for your profile. Although they've got the height wrong.
Why are they doing a search now? They already found me.
It looks like the analyst isn't doing it on company time. I have the workstation called up. It's using the workstation Parker used while he was undercover as a Halbeck contractor.
What?
The ID on the badge used to access the office is a Madison St. James.
Sounds like a porn star. I think I've seen some of her movies.
These windows into your world really scare me sometimes.
Then I'll leave the fact that I may have worked with her for another time. Got a picture?
Calling it up now. She's pretty. Recognize her?
No, I think I'd remember. But if she's tied to Marburg, I think we've got a way to get to him after all.
fashion news, designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty. Models dressed in Goulet's latest design. On the Moscow River received a shock this morning when they discovered an empty yacht floating unattended on the river. Muscovite police were summoned to the scene after bloodstains and signs of a violent struggle were detected on the boat's deck.
Talk about your ghost ship. We've always known that kids enjoy candy, but what are some of the downsides?